3 simple foods that help prevent leg cramps, easy to find, easy to eat, but often forgotten in the daily diet of those over 60. If you've ever found yourself gasping in the middle of the night because your calf suddenly tightened, or if your feet feel sore every morning as you step out of bed, then perhaps this is something you wish you'd known sooner. Because as the body ages, it no longer absorbs nutrients the way it used to. What was once enough becomes not quite sufficient. Potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, protein. Tiny elements that play a big role in helping muscles stay flexible and relaxed. Leg cramps, which might seem like a minor annoyance, can actually be the first sign that your legs are slowly losing their natural rhythm and resilience. The good news is, we don't need to make big changes to feel better. A banana in the morning, an egg with your lunch, a small handful of nuts before bedtime. Little things like these can make a big difference. They can help you sleep through the night without being woken up by sudden tightness. They can help you rise in the morning without feeling like your legs are working against you. At this age, we're not looking for miracles. We're just hoping to live each day with a bit more ease, a bit more control, and a little less pain. So today, I want to walk with you not to dwell on what we've lost, but to gently remember what we can still hold on to: stability, freedom, and steps that no longer have to be interrupted by pain. On the journey to find natural ways to prevent leg cramps in old age, bananas, that soft, familiar fruit found in nearly every kitchen, turn out to offer more than we ever expected. Strange, isn't it? Something so common, so gentle in taste, could actually hold the key to a more restful night and a smoother morning. For older adults, leg cramps aren't just random spasms. They're moments that break your sleep, tighten your calves, and leave your legs stiff and heavy when you try to rise. Repeated cramps can cause real anxiety. They make you hesitant to move too much, unsure if a walk around the block might turn into a painful night. Some even avoid going out altogether, worried about when the next cramp will strike. At the root of it all is often one thing: an imbalance in electrolytes, especially potassium. And that's exactly where bananas shine. They're one of the safest, most easily absorbed natural sources of potassium available. Potassium helps regulate nerve and muscle function. When the body lacks it, signals get crossed, muscles cramp, often at night or after physical activity. With its rich potassium content, a banana gently restores that internal balance, bringing the body back into rhythm, back into ease. But potassium isn't the only thing bananas provide. They also contain magnesium, a mineral we don't hear much about, but one that quietly supports muscle relaxation and recovery. Magnesium reduces sensitivity in the muscles, soothes lingering inflammation, and helps restore the body's natural ability to rest, especially important as muscles age and grow more fragile with time. Then there's vitamin B6. Bananas offer this naturally as well. It plays a critical role in the nervous system, helping the brain send clear signals to the muscles so they know when to contract, and more importantly, when to relax. And there's one more benefit one often overlooked that becomes especially important after 60 hydration. When you eat a banana in the evening and follow it with a glass of warm water, you're not just replenishing nutrients, you're also supporting circulation, easing oxygen flow to your muscles, and reducing the chances of sudden nighttime cramps. Many seniors don't drink enough water during the day, sometimes out of habit, sometimes just forgetting, but that makes electrolyte imbalance worse and muscles more likely to rebel at night. Adding a banana to your evening routine is a gentle step toward restoring what your body quietly needs. No special diet, no complicated plan, just something small and done right. One banana a day, eaten at the right time, can make a real difference in how your legs feel when you move. When the cramps begin to fade, you might find yourself walking more confidently again. You might sleep through the night, not fearing the pain, but feeling safe in your own body once more. If you've read this far, chances are you've experienced those restless nights or those mornings where walking felt like a challenge. And if so, I truly hope you'll give this a try starting tomorrow, with just one simple banana. And if you've already made it part of your routine, please share your experience in the comments below. Your insight might just be the encouragement someone else needs to finally find some relief from those nightly struggles. Now, let's move on to another food, perhaps one you've known since childhood, but didn't realize carried so much power to nourish and rebuild aging muscles. Let's continue. Among the many foods that support muscle and nerve health in older adults, eggs remain one of the safest, most effective, and easiest to include in your daily meals. It may seem simple, but inside that one small egg lies a treasure of nutrients quietly making up for what age slowly takes away, especially when it comes to our legs. After 60, aging accelerates in the muscles, bones, and nervous system. Movements we once took for granted, getting up from a chair, stepping down a curb, balancing while getting dressed, can suddenly feel more draining, more uncertain than before. And too often, we chalk that up to just getting older. But the truth is, many of those nagging cramps, that lingering weakness, or even the fatigue after light activity often trace back to something as simple as not getting enough protein. More specifically, not getting the essential vitamins and nutrients our muscles rely on to stay strong and protected. That's where eggs quietly come in. Each egg contains all the essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild and maintain muscle tissue. This becomes especially important as we age, since our bodies naturally lose the ability to process and use protein efficiently. Adding high-quality protein in just the right amount can slow down muscle loss and significantly reduce the chances of painful nighttime cramps. But that's just the beginning. Eggs are also a good source of vitamin D, a nutrient that helps the body absorb calcium, strengthens bones, and plays a key role in smooth muscle function. When we're low in vitamin D, our muscles don't contract properly. They tire more easily and cramp more often, especially at night. The challenge is that after 60, most people spend less time outdoors, and less sun exposure means lower natural vitamin D levels. That's why food-based sources of vitamin D become essential. And eggs offer one of the easiest, gentlest options for seniors, especially for those with sensitive digestion. Let's not forget about vitamin B12, another key nutrient found in eggs that keeps the nervous system running smoothly. For older adults, a lack of B12 can disrupt the signals between the brain and muscles, leading to cramps, numbness, and those odd tingling sensations that come and go. Surprisingly, even a short-term B12 deficiency can leave you feeling weak, dizzy, off balance, and more prone to muscle cramps, even after mild activity. Compared to other sources of B12, eggs are easier to digest, less likely to cause bloating, and more practical for those with occasional digestive discomfort. They're also wonderfully versatile. You can pair them with veggies, whole grains, yogurt, or a warm bowl of porridge. Familiar, nourishing meals, nothing fancy, just what works. Now, the key isn't how many eggs you eat, but how you eat them. Research shows that for healthy seniors with no major heart or cholesterol issues, eating 6 to 7 eggs per week is safe and even beneficial for muscles, nerves, and bones. For those managing cholesterol, you might choose egg whites or consult your doctor for tailored guidance. An egg in the morning, or added to a light lunch, can keep you full longer, helping to prevent constant snacking, a habit many retirees unknowingly fall into after shifting away from structured mealtimes. So, if you're looking for a simple, gentle way to ease leg cramps and feel more grounded in your body again, starting with 1 egg a day might be worth considering. Have you tried adding eggs to your daily meals? If you have, I'd love to hear how you prepare them or how they've made a difference in your day-to-day comfort. And if you haven't yet, perhaps this is your gentle invitation to give it a try. Up next, we'll explore another group of foods, ones that are often overlooked, but quietly packed with nutrients that help muscles recover, nerves relax, and circulation improve, all in natural harmony. Let's continue. When it comes to caring for your aging legs, there's one group of foods often overlooked, despite the fact that they contain nearly everything your body needs to stay flexible, prevent cramps, and support muscle recovery. I'm talking about simple, natural nuts and whole grains. At this stage in life, we no longer eat just to feel full. We eat to nourish, to sleep well, to get out of bed each morning without needing to brace ourselves for pain or stiffness. What I've learned after many years is that long-lasting aches, those nagging, everyday discomforts often don't come from something serious. They come from small imbalances that quietly build up over time: poor circulation, a steady loss of essential minerals, muscles struggling to repair themselves without the nutrients they need. And when these things are left unaddressed, cramps become more frequent, especially at night, when everything slows down and the body finally reveals what's been missing all along. That's where nuts come in, often seen as just snacks. But for older adults, there's something far more important: almonds, pumpkin seeds, cashews, walnuts. They're all rich in magnesium, a mineral that helps muscles relax, eases tension, and supports the nervous system to function smoothly. They also contain potassium, an electrolyte that helps muscles contract and release properly by carrying nerve signals to and from the brain. But beyond magnesium and potassium, these little foods bring healthy fats like omega-3s and unsaturated fats that reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and naturally nourish your muscle cells. When circulation improves, oxygen and nutrients reach even the smallest muscle groups, helping them work in harmony and reducing the chance of those sudden, painful cramps after activity or during sleep. And let's be honest, after 60, our digestive systems aren't what they used to be. Food doesn't absorb as easily. Appetite may shift. That's why nutrient-dense, easy-to-digest options like nuts and whole grains are ideal to include in a senior-friendly diet. You don't need much. Just a small handful, about 20 to 25 grams, can provide enough magnesium, potassium, and protein for the whole day. You can sprinkle them over warm porridge in the morning, enjoy them with a mild tea in the afternoon, or include them as part of a light evening snack to gently feed your muscles before they begin their nighttime recovery. And here's something else: nuts won't spike your blood sugar. For seniors managing or at risk of diabetes, this makes them a safer alternative to sweet pastries or starchy snacks. Of course, not all nuts are equal. Choose plain varieties, unsalted, unsweetened, and not fried. Dry roasted, raw, or lightly steamed nuts retain more nutrients and are easier on digestion. If you have a sensitive gut, start with a small amount, observe how your body reacts, and adjust gradually. One important reminder: nuts are calorie-dense, so moderation is key. You don't need a lot, just consistency. A little bit each day, just like watering a plant. Not too much at once, but never letting the soil go dry. As I grow older, I find myself believing more and more that caring for our bodies isn't about expensive foods or complicated routines. It's about listening to what your body is quietly asking for, and responding gently, wisely, and at the right time. Because when you do, even the smallest discomforts, a cramped muscle, a restless night, or a wobbly step, can slowly begin to fade. If you've been using nuts in your meals, I invite you to share your experience in the comments. You might inspire someone else in our generation to finally give it a try. And if you haven't yet, perhaps today is a good day to add just a few to your plate. Not to complicate things, just to offer your body, and especially your legs, a quiet form of care, steady and kind. Now, before we finish, let's gently look back at the 3 foods we've explored together: bananas, eggs, and natural nuts. And you'll see that caring for aging legs doesn't require anything drastic. Just a little attention, a little adjustment, and a little patience each day. After taking the time to slowly explore each of these foods, you might have realized caring for your legs at this age doesn't require anything grand. Just a few small changes in how we eat. A quiet willingness to listen to our bodies can make a world of difference. You see, leg cramps aren't just a biological response. They're the body's way of speaking up when we've forgotten to care for it. They're reminders that even after all these years, our legs still deserve to be treated with kindness. Not because they've grown weaker, but because they've carried us through so much. So when you choose to add a banana to your breakfast, a soft egg to your lunch, or a small handful of nuts before bed, you're not just nourishing your muscles, You're quietly saying to your body, I'm still listening. I still care. Recovery, at this age, doesn't happen overnight, but a lighter step, a deeper night's sleep, these are signs the body is responding. And more importantly, they bring back something many of us long for: a sense of control. No longer fearing that a cramp will strike out of nowhere. No longer hesitating to walk a little farther, but feeling steady again. Even if slower, still peaceful, still sure. If today's video has made you feel a little more seen, a little less alone, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. One small story, one honest reflection can offer comfort to someone quietly walking a journey just like yours. Thank you for staying with me until the end. And may your every step carry the freedom to live at your own pace, just the way it was always meant to be.